Hello and welcome to Patriot Pets. My name is Lake Green and today we are at Christ Church in Shrewsbury, New Jersey. Let's check it out. So Christ Church in Shrewsbury, New Jersey was founded in 1702. A British reverend, Anglican reverend, by the name of George Keith, arrived here in 1702 and started organizing the parish. In 1706, this property right here in the corner of Broad and Sycamore Avenues in Shrewsbury, New Jersey was acquired by the parish. And later on, 1709, a donation was made of 500 acres from William Leeds Jr., and the church operated a glebe to operate a farm in which they would A, live off of subsistence, and B, make money off to raise funds for the operation of the church. So they had a pretty large property. Those 500 acres were in Lincroft, New Jersey. So modern day Brookdale Community College area, not far at all from here. In 1738, a structure was built on the grounds made out of brick. This structure behind us was built in 1769 and completed in 1774, and it was designed by a colonial architect the name of Robert Smith. Interesting fact about the construction of this building: it was raised, or funds were raised for the construction of this building between 1758 and 1760 through lottery. And lottery was illegal in the colony of New Jersey at the time. So to, I guess, exercise a sort of legal loophole, the members of the congregation held lotteries in the ocean on Sandy Hook Bay and also on Biles Island in the Delaware River. So funny, kind of ironic, the house of God, right? And there was a little bit of sketchy / illegal activity that was conducted in order to construct the house of God. Interesting. So let's take a walk around the grounds now after we did our historical summary. There's your steeple clock. Beautiful stained glass. English, overwhelmingly English in design. Beautiful stained glass. And as I point out always, there's your native New Jersey fieldstone foundation. Taking a walk, many graves in this yard, many veterans. We'll take a look at some of them. I'll probably do a little photo slideshow / collage at the end. This is definitely a later edition here in the rear. Extremely busy here today in Shrewsbury, New Jersey. Beautiful grounds. So the most interesting part of this history of this church, of course, occurs in the American Revolution. As I say all the time in many videos, Monmouth County was a hotbed of civil unrest during the American Revolution. There was a big divide between the general population and the public. New Jersey, it was the most diverse colony in America, still the most diverse state today. You had so many different religious denominations, ethnic groups, English, Dutch, Quakers, Presbyterian, Baptists, you name it. And they were all very divided in their loyalties in the conflict. The Anglican Church, it's the Church of England. Not hard to figure out. There's loyalist sentiments amongst the population, congregation, and those who worship in the Anglican faith. Many of them were loyalists. Shrewsbury was heavily populated by Quakers at the time, Quakers were pacifists and tried to remain neutral. Middletown was a hotbed of patriot sentiment. So all in this radius, you had a big mix of loyalty and many factions in the conflict. In 1774, the last reverend to serve the church, I think the name was Samuel Cook, left and returned to England because he was, again, not just the minister, but he was a representative of English authority in the colony and an agent of the government, of the crown. And so for him to stay here on the eve of the American Revolution, it was literally unsafe. There was that much unrest and rioting and violence that was occurring, breaking out on the dawn of the American Revolution. So he left in 1774, and he would be the last Anglican minister to serve this church. So in 1775, revolution started, and during the war, this church was used as a barracks by American soldiers in the Continental Army and the New Jersey State Militia. And because the church, again, is a symbol of the English crown, the pulpit had a ornate royal engraving, carving, symbol of English authority. And the soldiers, in protest, shot at it, beat at it. And to this day, it is still damaged and contains a musket ball that was fired into it. So, American patriot soldiers that were stationed here voiced their displeasure and dislike for English authority by shooting up symbols in the inside of this church. And this grave is quite interesting. Here lieth, in hopes of a joyful resurrection, the body of Samuel Dennis, who came from Great Britain to this place A.D. 1675 and lived here to the day of his death, which was the 7th of June 1723, aged 72 years and 6 months, leaving 2 sons and 3 daughters by his only wife, Increase, who departed this life 6 years before him. An early colonial settler, Samuel Dennis, arrived from England 1675. Rest in peace. And so there are many, many veterans, many old graves here. I will take a whole bunch of photos and highlight the rest. We'll honor as many veterans as we can. This has been Christ Church of Shrewsbury. Awesome Revolutionary War and colonial history contained on these grounds. They still actively worship. Thanks so much for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe. I'm Lake Green. We'll see you next time on Patriot Paths.